Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're here with another battle report and I am absolutely can't wait for this one. This is very exciting. We've got a brand new army on the channel.
It's exciting. A little bit nervous as well, I must say as well. It's a lot of pressure.
It is pressure, but it's exciting. And also I've got pretty much a little bit of a debut as well because the Thousand Sons, my Thousand Sons, not Darren's, are on the channel for the first time. Only a little bit of it, a little bit of help from you to kind of fit it out.
A little help from your friends, eh?
A little bit of help from your friends. But yeah, but against the new Eldar on the channel, sweet looking army, and even though this is kind of a little bit of a take all comers kind of list, it looks pretty dirty. Yeah,
I'm chuffed with this. Great little opportunity to come and buy this absolutely gorgeous looking army. I looked at it the first time, I just thought, you know, that just looks nice. Like, you know, got to have that. But actually, having put it together, pretty well optimised. I think it should do at least reasonably well against what is still a pretty good list.
Cheesy, dirty Eldar. Hate Eldar.
Had a soft spot in my heart for them all along.
Eldar. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Just like you did for Tal, right?
Nonsense. Nonsense. Anyway, I wish I had a recorder on the wall. Sometimes your cusses for Eldar, but there we go. That's all for another day. Today, Chris is doing me a bit of a favour. I'm going to the ITC GT over at the Isle of Man, the Warzone Man tournament. So there won't be a link in the description, but if you search that on the Facebook things, you should get it. It'll come up somewhere like that. And yeah, it should be a really good tournament. It's going to be, I think it's about 35 players. Beautiful terrain, really good. Looking forward to it. And there's actually quite a lot of filth going.
I've seen some of those lists run by Simon, another great guy.
Yeah,
and
some filth.
Some of that will probably make him cry. He's a pretty fluffy character.
Yeah.
So I hear. And know. But yeah, you've got your work cut out for you at that tournament.
Yeah, there's going to be some cheese. So this isn't quite the list that I'm taking. We kind of ummed and ahed about taking that list out. It's a lot more filthy. It teams up the best parts of the Thousand Sons and the damage output they can put with Smite, but then combines it with the resilience and the ball presence of Nurgle, which is quite nasty.
Just can't allow that. It's just so unthematic.
And the fact that we've got a debut of such a beautiful army in the Eldar, it only seemed right that we put it up against another fluffy, cool looking army. So today, as I said, I've got Chris's Demons, the Demons of Tzeentch, coming out to play, but I just want to kind of talk it through with you guys because I'm actually kind of built this list so it's as close to the Nurgle Demons as possible. So there's things that I will do and the kind of way I'll play it that won't necessarily suit the Tzeentch kind of way and actually not necessarily the most optimal builds, but I want to kind of use it as a practice game at the same time. So when you kind of see a few things a bit wacky, that's probably why it's not just through stupid moves. Sometimes, maybe. But that's pretty much it, guys. As always, you know, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We've got tons of good battle reports, and hopefully you're enjoying the content. So, so definitely hit that sub button. But you know, we've got ITC mission, we've got precious cargo, we've got cool armies. Let's just jump in and have a look at those armies.
What more can you want? Alright everybody, here is for the first time on this channel your Craftworlds Alatok army, bang on 2,000 points. So starting off we have a battalion and the 2 HQs on that are obviously, as you'd expect for a smooth 80 points, Illic Nightspear, and then we have this Warlock Skyrunner. The Warlock Skyrunner I've actually given the Phoenix gem as my Remnant of Glory, and the psychic power he's got is the Conceal Reveal psychic power. And then again, as you might expect, we have 3 units of Rangers. 2, 3. Then in the flyer slot you have 2 lovely Hemlock Wraith Fighters. I've chosen to give one of them the Horrify psychic power and another one the Jinx psychic power. Then moving on to heavy, we have 2 Fire Prisms. Both of them have got the Shuriken Cannon upgrade and the Twin Link Shuriken Catapult, and because I had some points left over, they've got a Crystal Targeting Matrix so that I can not suffer the -1 from moving on my heavy weapons if I shoot at the closest thing. Then I've rounded that off with an Outrider detachment. So we've got 2 HQ in there. Again, we have got the fastest Skyrunner. He has got Doom and Mind War, and then your other guy, he has got a Singing Spear. He is my Warlord, and he has a Seer of the Shifting Vector Warlord ability. I'm just trying to maximise on my psychic powers there, give me an extra reroll. And his psychic powers are Will of Azurian and Guide. Rounding that out, we have in fast attack 1 unit of 6 Wind Riders, all with scatter lasers, and then we've got a unit of 4 Wind Riders with shuriken cannons, and then we've got 3 individual units of Hornets, all WYSIWYG, as you'd see here. I think it's got to be the first time playing against these. I haven't used even just one tiny little substitution, but yeah, they have got your twin Bright Lances. So that is it. I'm going to try and put on a good game for you. It's the first time I've played this army. It will be the first of many, I'm sure.
Be kind if you make mistakes.
Be kind if I make mistakes, and give me some constructive criticism. Why not? Especially when it comes to those warlord traits and those artifacts. I was looking through that, and I'm not necessarily sure like what is the best thing there. The Phoenix Gem looks quite tasty, but it looks like slim pickings. So yeah, comment below on what you think.
Right guys, and we have another fairly new army on the channel. We have the start of my Thousand Sons. So you've seen Darren's Thousand Sons many a time. Today I'm going to show you how to play them properly, hopefully. So it is kind of a work in progress, guys, but I'm using Chris's beautiful Tzeentch Demons to kind of marry in with this force, and hopefully it should look pretty thematic on the board. Now this, as we kind of spoke in the preamble, this is a practice game for me going into the Warzone Man, which is the Isle of Man tournament that's held next weekend. There definitely will be more to come from it, so check out that tournament in the coming future. It's a growing tournament. It's a GT this time. The terrain is second to none. I think it's going to be a great laugh. It's 4 ITC, so if you're into that sort of thing, definitely look that one up. But anyway, I digress. So in that particular list, I am going full cheese. I am mixing my Thousand Sun goodness with some Nurgle. We made the decision today not to kind of go full on with that. So we've mixed it to make it more of a themey Tzeentch list. If you want to see the kind of the Nurgle Tzeentch split in the future, chuck it in the comments below. We'll definitely make that happen. But today we want to go with something a little bit more fluffy, but still with tons of teeth. This should be a really strong list. So the list rocks in at 1986 altogether, so just shy, but I don't want to maximise my points on the horrors because of ITC points. So if you're kind of screaming out, there are potentially some little tweaks I could do, but very much I'm trying to play my Tzeentch part of this army as if I was using the Nurgle. So let's start off with the Supreme Command Detachment, and in that Supreme Command Detachment, let's start off with the Warlord. That is Ahriman himself. The big dog, one of my favourite characters in the 40k lore, absolute epic character, and in the game he is incredibly powerful. And with being the Warlord, he gets a 3-up Invon, which also is extremely handy. So he is flanked by an Exalted Soul Sorcerer on disc. Again, pretty solid unit, not quite as good as Demon Princes, but I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit cheaper, and still a really solid unit. And then we have 2 Demon Princes. So first Demon Prince, you can see here. I'm really happy with how these conversions have come out. We'll see hopefully some really cool cinematic pictures coming up in the game. So that's 1 Demon Prince, and then we have a second Demon Prince. This Demon Prince here, completely WYSIWYG, as you can see, because he has got the Helm of the Third Eye relic, meaning that I can do some lovely CP farming, but another pretty cool conversion I'm pretty happy with. So I then have 1 further HQ slot, which is a Sorcerer in Terminator armor. Definitely this one is not a optimized part of the list, but again, just through the change of lists, I kind of had a room to stick in another one, so thought we'd give another chance and a debut to another unit. I really love this guy, and I love how he's going to fit in with the horrors that he's going to be around. So yeah, Terminator armor for him. And then I have a Shaman, a Zangor Shaman on disc. Very cheap access to more psychic powers, and sits in that elite slot that you do get access to within the Supreme Command Detachment. So hopefully he'll be another little handy thing to have up my sleeve, and actually not too bad in combat as well. And then let's talk about the main man himself, the big dog, the the absolute king of kings. That is the big man himself, Magnus the Blue, potentially.
The
blue. So if you don't know your fluff and you don't, actually he's meant to be blue. Argue below. So originally the Epic model was blue, which was my inspiration for this model. I always liked the idea of him kind of mixing in with the blue demons that you get quite a lot of in the Tzeentch side, and I never really liked the red as much. So we went for kind of a nice kind of vivid blue colour, and I really like it, but keeping with his classic mane of red hair. So I'm really happy with how he came out. I'm still actually kind of tweaking him just to finish off the non-metallic metal, but I hope you like him. He's been a bit of a labour of love. And that rounds out my Supreme Command detachment, and now we go into the battalion, and the battalion is a demon battalion. It is a Tzeentch demon battalion, and it is headed up by the Changeling himself. Not necessarily the most optimum choice these days, but I still think he's got something to add, and I want to use him in conjunction with the horrors to give them that 6-up feel no pain. It makes it so it's much more close to my Nurgle list having that 5-up disgusting resilience. So that's the reason why he's there predominantly. And then we have a Herald on disc, and we have a beautifully painted Herald on foot. And then in the troops choices, I have a big 30-man unit with full command of the pink horrors, and then we have 2 units of 19 brimstone horrors. Again, I could have split these guys down a lot more to kind of maximise, get more command points, but I wanted it to mirror quite close my Nurgle and Tzeentch list. So that's the reasons why it's not totally optimised. But the units of 19 means I don't give away that full Reaper points in ITC missions. So hopefully that kind of makes it clear what I've got. I've got, of course, tons and tons of psychic powers that, of course, we'll go through as the game progresses. But that will probably take me half an hour in itself just to talk through. So that's my Tzeentch army, and now we'll go into the deployments. Okay guys, so the armies are deployed, and we'll run through deployment in a second, but before we kind of do that, let's just talk through a little bit about this mission. So we are playing Precious Cargo, which is ITC Mission 6. You can check it out on the Frontline Gaming website. Chuck that in there, and you can go on to the Champions missions and see exactly what this mission is, and you can play it yourself. ITC missions, always a lot of fun. So the way that this mission works is basically you have 4 objectives on the board. They are predetermined positioning after the deployment, but after the deployment has been decided, but before deployment, the players can then move their chosen objective. They get to choose one, they can move that up to 6 inches basically in any direction they want. So that's kind of how those objectives work in ITC, very, very briefly. So it's progressive objectives, so you choose 3 secondary missions, and then your primary are to hold an objective, to kill a unit, and at the end of the game turn to kill more units than your opponent, or to hold more objectives than your opponent. So that's the primaries. On this one, if you hold your enemy's precious cargo objective, you get a bonus point, and then we're into the secondary missions. So for myself, I've gone out to try and get old school, which is kill something in the first round, kill something in the last round, slay the warlord, and behind enemy lines, so basically, the line breaker, of course. So there's a point for each, and that will give me my full 4 points if I can achieve all of those.
And I have gone for similar, but not the same. So I've obviously gone for Headhunter. He's got a lot of characters in that list, some very nasty, scary, smite characters, but characters nonetheless. I'm fancying my manoeuvrability, so I've gone for Recon, which is 1 unit in each board corner, so each quadrant. If you have that at the end of each player turn, I think it's player turn, not
it is player turn, that's
player
right.
turn. Then you score a point for that, so I'm hoping that's possible with some of the deep striking.
Yep.
And then on a similar tone, I've gone for behind enemy lines, so that is, again, score a point if I have 2 of my units at least partially within Ace's deployment zone.
Okay, that's pretty good. So thanks for cutting me off only after my first objective, Fabius. That's obviously, you know,
shows how much I'm listening.
Really handy. Yeah, listening clearly. So after old school, I've also got recon, and I have headhunter as well. So yeah, they're my objectives. Hope you got that and that made some sort of sense to you. Thanks very much, Fabius. That's a good start.
He's going to edit it in. He's got amazing editing skills.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's all edited. You won't know a thing.
If you don't, then he's failed.
Yeah, I have failed.
You'll know.
I failed you all. So deployment wise, so I've got less drops than Chris, so I kind of had that in mind. So I knew I was probably, well, I had to get the +1. So my plan was, you know, to keep the big block of horrors in the middle of the board. They're quite resilient. They can kind of hold some ground and prove a little bit of a fairly resilient scream. And going back to that whole kind of plan of this is what I'll be doing roughly with my my plague bearers. So that's kind of the plan. I've got 2 units of my brimstone horrors. They're kind of clustering down. They'll try to hold some objectives for me, at least to start off that way. We are playing full ITC, which means the bottom floor of ruins are, you can't see through basically. That's the kind of way we are playing it. The rest of my force is pretty much in the middle. I was very cautious for 2 things. One, Fabius has an awful lot of speed, so he can manoeuvre my screen quite effectively. But more importantly, that he has quite a lot of snipers and some quite accurate shooting. So I didn't want to give him some easy targets on my characters. So most of them I've gone around this kind of building site here, and I'm trying to kind of get a little bit of line of sight block in there to try and avoid being targeted by his snipers. So we kind of move along. I've got Araman in the corner. It's a risky tactic, but obviously you don't get a kind of Slay the Warlord because he's not got old school, so he has got Headhunter, but I'm kind of, Araman's very survivable, his 3-up Invon. I've chucked him right in that corner. Most things won't be able to get to him. His planes will. He potentially get some beads if he deploys in the right place. But Araman has quite a lot of manoeuvrability. He's quite fast on that disc. So I'm not too bothered with him being there. And he's very good in combat. So if I can slingshot him up, he can be a real pain and a real menace, and we'll see why that potentially might be useful when we look at Fabius's deployment. So, what have you gone for then over in your side of the table?
Yeah, going back, see, I'm thinking there's reasons behind this, there's method to the boy's madness.
Let's hope so.
Going with the thinking I'm very manoeuvrable, I've condensed into just 2 corners. So, if I were to potentially just do something crazy like use my superior range and sit back, the idea is I'd have to pull you in 2 directions and then hopefully open up some weaknesses, which is it's a lot nicer to be able to think and do something like this as opposed to just putting a blob down and be pretty lazy and, you know, unskilled like some people do sometimes.
It's what he's trying to say.
But yeah,
trying to say. There's no
we'll
blob
see if
there.
it works.
There's no blob there.
They're big words and it could come back to haunt me.
So just if you didn't see objectives, so obviously we've got 1 in this ruins here, and we've got 1 down the other side of the ruins. As I said, they're very equally placed. So we've got one just in front of there, so 1 there. My other one is basically where those brimstone horrors are, which are that's my key objective. Which one's your key objective, Chris?
It is that big one there. So we have cleverly, the bigger ones are the key objectives, as you say. Yeah. Yours is nestled in, and yours is literally right underneath that big blob.
Mine's right there, yeah, absolutely. And then the other objective for me is over here, behind these ruins here. So that's it. But I was thinking as we were doing our intro, now basically, you know, just add a little bit of flavour, a little bit of narrative to this. So obviously, my Magnus and the Demon Princes and the forces of 1,000 Suns, you know that there is a massive battle that is coming. They've foreseen it because they have the powers of Tzeentch on their side. They have come to this Nurgle world to try and find Papa Nurgle's help to try and trick them into allying up for a despicable plan and assault on the tournament next week. So we are very much on a Nurgle world here. But as they have landed and have landed down onto this Nurgle world, they've been faced by the old defenders, if you like. The Eldar forces are here. They know what's going on. Their Farseers are strong in the Force, let's say, and have also foreseen this tragedy occurring. and they're here to see if they can put Magnus and his guys away. So we'll now go into that all important first turn roll off.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Not
okay, so I'm getting the +1, and we are going to roll off for this. We've just been laughing as always. Chris has no idea what he's going to do, whether he's going to go first, second, third even, who knows.
I need to read your reaction.
You need to read my, that's the reaction, is it? Right, okay, so let's have a go, let's see what we get. Okay, so I've got a 6. Obviously, he cannot beat that because it is the +1, even though he got a 5. I think you lost that because you're actually using the trickery Tzeentch dice there secretly.
Yeah, I mean, I have Tzeentch at my heart. What can I say?
You have. So I am going to choose to go first. Would you like to try and seize on me 2 games running, Fabius?
Yeah, thanks for being on the spot again.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
You seem pretty keen to go first.
There you go.
So I think I will try and take it away from you just on merit that you seem to want it. There's some sort of logic to that.
That does sound like a plan, doesn't it? I don't really...
Remember this? Your old friend.
I do remember that. I'm going to want a judge's look at this dice if you
genuine solid gold dice. And it's hollow, so you can't use any trickery.
Do not see.
Let's go for it. Come on. Oh, it's the opposite. Just you reroll, you can't reroll. You can't reroll
then, thankfully. So we will, very relieved demon player there, and we will now go into turn 1 for the forces of Tzeentch. Okay, so we're going to go into what will be a long phase for me, which is the psychic phase. So we're going to start off with what I think you should probably do first, which is the Herald on Disc is going to cast the Gaze of Tzeentch. Sounds about right? Gaze of Fate?
It's getting close.
Every time we're getting a little bit closer. The Gaze of Fate. And so basically what this will do if I get it off, and it is a casting value of 5? No? 6?
Tzeentch player knows his stuff.
Tzeentch player knows his stuff. And if I get it off, I get a free reroll basically for this turn. Only lasts for this turn. So here we go. Yeah, so get it off on a 10, no problem at all. So I've got a free reroll. Okay, so now the Demon Prince here is going to do warp time on Magnus, or going to attempt to. I'm going to try and shoot him forward. So obviously the thing with Thousand Suns is we get a +6 to the range of any of our psychic powers, which is quite handy. So we're going to start off with that and see what we get. So yeah, we get it off massively. So we'll now move Magnus his movement. Okay, so now Magnus is going to cast on himself the Glamour of Tzeentch. So if I get that off, and it is a walk charge of 7, if I get it off it's -1 to hit him. Magnus gets +2 to his cast. So that's pretty good.
Not going to be deniable on a 12, so I will not try and deny it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and now Magnus for his second power is going to do Weavers of Fate, so he's going to try and get himself up a better Imbon save. So needing a 6. Okay, so that would be a 9.
It's not bad. We're going to have to try and deny it, so I'm going to use 1 farce here. So I'm going to need to roll a 10 here.
You are?
And it's not a 10. I once per phase get to re-roll a deny with the farce here. So let's go for it. Nope, not quite.
That's 1 Imbon. Okay. Okay, so now Magnus for his third power is going to do Smite. I am going to see if I can get it off. So again, +2.
Yeah, it's going to be. He's rolling well on these. He hasn't rolled below an 8 yet.
Still not got what I really need, which is with the.
There we go. So.
No.
Well.
+2 doesn't get it. So still.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if it's worth me just re-rolling. This with the other farce here, obviously. It's the last power he's going to have. So. I think I can re-roll any number of dice.
No, you have to re-roll.
Do you have to re-roll both?
Yeah, we'll double check it, but we'll do it first. But I think you have to.
Yeah, in that case it's a 4. If it was re-rolling the 1, I didn't roll a 6.
Still okay, so just D6 because he didn't get the double.
Oh, my Hornetto.
So 3.
3. Okay. Carry on.
Well, we'll have a little play, a little pause. Okay, so this Demon Prince here is now going to cast Smite onto these guys here. So So not too bad. Don't get any pluses to it, but it's just going to be D3. So 2 of your guys die.
Yep, and now Doombolt, right?
Just think. No, he hasn't got Doombolt. It's the other one that's got Doombolt.
Right.
He's got Diabolical Strength. Okay, so for the second power from this guy, he's the one that actually has Doombolt. He's going to try and Doombolt into the jet bike, strategy's closest enemy, which is nice. So this is a 9 though, so it's quite heavy. And I don't get it off. Is it worth my re-roll this turn?
Much else?
I think so. I'm going to go for it, I think. No.
Not
so that is my reroll gone from the from my spell. Diabolical Strength's not worth it for that one. This guy here is going to smite. And smite into. Oh no, he's already done. Yeah. He's already done his, so I can't do that. We'll just have a little measure up at some distances. Okay, so now we're going to do Flickering Flame from the Changeling. He's going to see whether he can get that off. Just going to have a quick look. I believe it's another 6, but we'll double check.
I think I remember from that practice game against you, 6 sounds about right.
Sounds about
it should be very easily be doable with a reroll.
Let's have a little look. Flickering Flame. It is 5. Value of 5.
And I still failed.
Okay. So yeah, get that off. So that will be +1 to wounds. Yeah, +1 to wound.
With your horrors.
With the horrors, which would be nice because that'll be on there. And then we'll go with the boon of Tzeentch from the other Herald. And this is a walk charge of 7, so try and get that off. Yes, do get it off on exactly a 7. So roll dice, see what it is. So it's D3. So that will be strength, which is what
exactly what you want.
Which is perfect. So that's a good start, and we'll go over to the other side and see what we want to do.
See, as a Tzeentch player, that's the psychic phase you want to have. I don't think I've ever seen a psychic phase go that well for you.
It's not bad, is it?
That is good.
Okay, so next up, the Zangor Shaman is going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm. He is going to do that onto the Rangers, hopefully.
Four helpless Rangers.
4 helpless Rangers. So it is a 7, needs a casting value. Yeah, so we get it off. So for this one, we are going to roll 9 dice, and then on 6s, you take mortal wounds. 6, 7, 8, 9. And see whether we get any. It's just a 1, so 1 dies. It's not too bad.
Pew.
Could have been a lot worse. So now we're going to go with. Okay, and I think I'm going to pretty much come to an end now. I'm going to do the Sorcerer here. He is going to do his Smite. Again, the closest target being the Rangers.
Can he fail one? 6. No, you can't.
You can't. So D3. So 2 Rangers down. And I think that will probably be it. I'm just going to double check that there's nothing else I need to do, but I think that will pretty much be it. So yeah, so after having a good old look around, that is the end of my psychic phase. I have nothing more to cast. Araman basically has buffing stuff. I've got a little bit of redundancy in this list, so there's quite a few psychers and the same powers. You always got to expect for Magnus to go down, and you know, bearing in mind that was potentially going to be the case, I needed to make sure that my key powers were stacked across my other guys. So that will be the end of my psychic phase. Not bad start. I would have liked to have finished off one of those units of Rangers, if I'm being honest. But we've still got some options. Magnus hopefully will do the business. So we will now go into the shooting phase and see whether we can do a little bit of work with these horrors. Okay, so shooting phase, we just measured it out, and actually even though I've got all those buffs, all those horrors are out of range, which is, you know, learning curve. I thought they were 24 inches, but actually they are only 18.
You learn.
Never mind. Okay, so all we've got to shoot, we've got some warp bolters. We are using the index option because you can still use that. So I'm going to start off with this guy over here. He is going to warp bolter into these guys here. 2 shots.
Hitting on 3.
Hitting on 2. Hitting on 3s because you're -1. But re-rolling 1s.
Oh, you absolute.
2 hits. and strip 5, no, strip 4.
Yeah.
So get your toughness 4.
Yeah.
So just the one.
Yeah.
Am I going to use a reroll? No, I'm not going to use a reroll. We'll just leave it like that.
Okay. It's AP -2, isn't it?
It is.
Let's roll and see what comes out there. That's awkward, but that's definitely only 1 dead.
Yep. And then we're going to rinse and repeat from the next one along. And I cannot re-roll that one because I'll be hitting on freeze because you're -1.
Do you want to make this the first time you miss anything this turn?
I know, this is it, isn't it? I have literally hit everything, haven't I?
Go for the 100%. Go for the full record.
I am going to use a reroll. I'm going to use a reroll.
Deep into deliberation. He's missed something.
I missed something. Okay. And I missed again.
Hey.
So that's no wounds. So no damage there. I think that is actually it for my my shooting phase. So we're going to go into the charge phase now. So Magnus is charging in. I've decided that I'm going to charge in against the Hornet and against the Rangers. I would love to get through onto the Fire Prism, but we've worked it out. I can't get through there. So they're the 2 targets I'm going for.
So Overwatch, I'm going to do the 5 Rangers first. I need to hit on 6s. 2's nothing. And this is where it could be slightly juicier. Hornet, so my 2 Bright Lancers hitting on 6s. Nope, that is nothing.
Okay. So see what charge range we get. Oh, well, that's fine.
I made it in anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So it's still in anyway.
Yeah.
So move in.
Let's edge it in ever so slightly, we'll do it.
Yeah, just going to go to up there, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. So, Magnus, I have 7 attacks.
7!
7 attacks I have. And... Right, okay, so we are going everything against the
Hornet.
Well, how many wounds has the Hornet got?
I'll have to check that because you know I don't know this army at all,
Okay.
don't you? I'm going to say 8.
Okay, we'll just check it.
It's not even in the blue and index. I'm going to have to go right on my phone for that one.
Okay, so this might be madness, guys, but I really want to try and thin out and clear these Rangers as well. So I'm going to put 3 attacks into the Hornet, and I'm going to put 4 attacks into the Rangers. So let's start off with the Hornet. So I'm hitting on 2s.
He's a gambling man.
So they all hit. I'm wounding on 2s.
3s, only 2.
Wounding on 2s, so it is gone. 3 damage each. So it was the right thing to. I would love to have gambled on 2, but that really would have been pushing my luck. So now we'll do 4 hits on the Rangers. That's all hits, and that's 4 Rangers dead. So now all we're going to do now with Maggie Boy is we are going to pile in against this here. Just make him move, which isn't going to matter too much because he has his thing, but we'll do it anyway. And with that will be the end of my turn. Right, so we now go into morale for the Eldar. We've not lost enough down for the Wind Riders.
Yes, the Wind Riders will be fine.
But these guys, the Rangers, on a roll of a 6 will lose 1.
1 would go. Nope.
No, but over here, the Rangers unit is just down to 1 man.
When 4 or higher, he'll go. No, he's staying.
Absolutely fine.
And there are 3 which went on that one.
Okay.
Which is 3 plus 3 is 6, which is also fine.
So it's fine. Okay, so no morale failed. But I have got my first blood for my secondary. I have also got kill a unit, and I'm holding some objectives. So not a bad start for the Thousand Sons and Demons as we go into Eldar turn 1.
Okay, I will be honest, I am pretty worried on this first turn. Ace barely missed a thing, he passed all of his psychic tests. And actually he has close to 0 shooting, making the awesome Alatok ability not that very powerful in this game. So I'm going to have to go for a big turn, really. I'm going to have to go for broke, and basically Magnus needs to die or I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I would have really liked to be in a position to start threatening some of these characters. I think that might have been quite ballsy. Quite ballsy move. Would have been good to get the Hemlocks up there, but Magnus just has to try and die. So cognizant of trying to get my recon, I've got a unit in that corner with those rangers which I ran up. I've got the unit in this corner, and I still have a unit in this quarter. So those rangers have gone, at least they can hide down there and take that objective. The rest has basically got into threat range of Magnus, / got as far away from Ace as I can be for his second turn, where he is no doubt going to continue rushing across the board and just try and overwhelm me. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to go into the psychic phase. If I can manage to get off my Doom on Magnus, that would be a massive thing. That would be a very key role, and if I can help with some of my guides, that will be good as well. But let's see what happens.
Right, so we are kicking off in the psychic phase. Let's see whether the Eldar can have their revenge on Magnus's overwhelmingly powerful first psychic phase. So what are you kicking off with?
We're going to kick off with the first Hemlock with Horrify. It's a Warp Charger 6. This is a pretty decent combo with their Mind Shock pods and their Mind War, so we're going to give that a go.
Okay.
Need to get that off on a 6. Comes off on a 9.
Okay, I'm going to let that go.
Okay, so he has -1 on his leadership.
Okay.
I'm then going to do exactly that. Now move over to the Farseer, and his first power is going to be Mind War. So that comes off on a 7.
Okay.
It does come off on a 7. I can choose.
What does that do?
We both roll d6, combine the leadership, and the difference is how many mortal wounds you take.
I'm going to try and get rid of that one, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try and get rid of that one.
Okay.
And I don't. It does go through. So we're going to do a roll off. So I'm down to 9 then, and you're on 9 anyway. Is that right?
Come again.
So your leadership roll off. Is that right? We're doing now.
Yeah, but you are -3.
-3 leadership.
You have -1 for the ability and -2 because of Mind Shock pods being within 12 inches of a Hemlock.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so -3. Okay. Very cool.
This is where you want your golden dice, right?
One dice.
Where is he? Where you look for it? Yeah.
One dice.
One dice. He's got a 3. I've got a 3.
Okay.
So that would just be 1 mortal. Well, I am leadership 9 against your leadership 10, but you are -3. 3, so it would be 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. Okay, well I think we'll just have to accept that. So that would be 2 mortal wounds off Magnus, bringing him down to 16 wounds.
First blood has been done. Now we are going to finish off that Farseer, and his second is the Will of Azuyan. So that is a 5. It's quite an easy one, but it allows me to add 1 to all my deny the witch tests for him until the next phase, and any units within 6 inches automatically pass morale.
Okay.
So that's just a 5. And that comes off on an 8.
Yeah, I'm not going to obviously bother with that one. Okay, so moving on, what have you got next?
I'm going to go on to Conceal.
Okay, and this has come from one of the Warlocks, right?
Yeah, so it's going to go onto that lone Hornet over there.
Okay, this one in the middle here.
Need a 6 to get that off. No, I'm not going to lose sleep over that.
Okay.
Right, now we are going to move on to some of the more important roles. So I'm going to cast Guide on the big unit of Wind Riders.
Okay.
And that's coming from the Warlock. That means I can re-roll failed hit rolls for the range weapons until my next target phase.
Okay.
That is on a 7.
Alright.
So that comes off on a 9.
I'm going to let that go.
Okay. Let's re-roll their hits, and the other is Doom.
Okay.
Which is pretty big. Obviously going on to Magnus.
Yep.
That's a 7. Reroll, and that is re-roll wound rolls against that unit until your next phase.
This is the one we want to get rid of, guys.
And that's why I rolled a 6, which doesn't even make it. So I'm going to use my 1 re-roll for the turn.
Yeah.
And that's double 1.
Double 1. Perils as well. Can't re-roll a re-roll. So
I fortunately
D3.
get a 2 up save.
Oh, you do,
against
do you?
the
Okay.
Perils the Ghost Town, which is a
Which
fail.
you roll a 1.
So
D3 mortal wounds.
D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Just the 1. Loss of 1s.
Yeah.
Loss of 1s.
And now we'll move.
That's not good.
Onto the final, which is with the Hemlock Rate Fighter, which is Jinx.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to go on to Magnus as well.
Yeah.
And that is going to need a 7. That's a 10.
Okay, right, so. Ooh, so I'm going to use a command reroll. I'd really like this to go away somewhere.
This is a big roll. And it's not there.
It's not, so that is annoying. So he is back to a 4-up invuln. It does also affect invulns, which is really irritating. And that's the end of your psychic phase, right?
Yep, I was shooting.
Okay. Okay, so we are in the shooting phase, and now we need to really do some work into Magnus. He's down to 16 wounds. I've not got a mark on there, Chris, just to let you know. 16 wounds he is. I've got one in my bag somewhere. But anyway, right, so 16 wounds. Magnus has lost 2. We're going to open up with some hemlocks, seeing whether they can do some damage to him.
Right, first hemlock. 2d3 shots.
Okay.
5 shots. They hit automatically.
Not bad, not bad. Strength?
Don't mind that at all. Strength 12.
Okay, so that'll be 3s.
And I'm not re-rolling to wounds, that's where that doom would have been great, but that's only 3, only 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, but I do only have a 4-up save, which I failed both of them. And this is 2 damage each, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 damage each, 2 damage each. Okay, we're going to accept that.
Okay, that's a decent enough start. We're now going to move on to the next.
So he's now down to 10 wounds.
So same again.
Okay.
2d3 shots. That is same again. That is 5 shots. Hitting automatically. Looking for 3s. Oh, just 2 again.
2 again. Just 2 1s again would help you out, wouldn't it? Oh, I didn't roll that.
Whoa, we saw that.
So just the 1 drops. Yeah, I'm going to leave that again. So he's down to 8 wounds. So good start from the hemlocks. They are very, very reliable. Next up,
we're going to move on to Hornet number 1. Neither of those actually moved.
Okay.
So he is going to try with 2 Bright Lances.
So hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s now. That's nothing.
Okay.
Next Hornet, his Magnus as well. That's 2 hits.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're strength 8, so there's going to be 3s to wound.
They are.
And
1 wound.
I am going to re-roll this 3.
Okay.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, 2 4-ups. We don't want these ones to fail, really. These are ones that might be worth a re-roll. So we make 1. I'm going to use the re-roll for the other one. So it doesn't. So I am down another re-roll there.
It's D6.
It is D6.
A 3.
3 it is.
Not terrible. It puts him down to 5.
That's right, yeah, 5 wounds.
And now I'm going to have a think.
So next up?
So next up we're going to do the first of the 2 fire prisms. I'm going to use the one which moved less than 8 inches. In retrospect I probably got a little bit too jumpy and shouldn't have moved the other one all the way there because I knew it would have been going for broke. But I'm going to use the linked fire stratagem, and that is as long as there is another fire prism within 60 inches and visible to it, I can re-roll the hit and the wound for both of those fire prisms. The other one I only resolve at the end of the phase, which is pretty important. If you were playing super competitive, you could get caught out by that. But if you're rolling it, people say, that is end of phase. So I'm not going to do that, because I know Ace is a really horrible little guy, and he would punish me severely. So I'm going to start with the one with 2.
Okay, so this
hitting on 4s.
Okay, so this is the one that moved a long way, was this? So
no, the one which... So this is
the one that moved a short distance.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So, and he's -1 to hit, so it's 4s re-rolling.
Okay.
No, that makes no difference. So now it's just 3s re-rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's in.
Yeah.
And you have your 4 up.
Yeah. Just a 1 again. Not good. So 3, isn't it? 3 damage.
D6.
Okay, so D6 damage.
I've used a re-roll this turn already to get to convert on my wounds. So I would love a 5 or a 6 here.
There you would.
That's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay, so he's down 3 wounds remaining.
And now I need to have a very long, hard think about what I'm going to do with those Skyrunners.
Okay, so before Chris kind of goes on to the main event, which is kind of potentially his last gasp to try and finish off Magnus, the main man himself, the little sneaky idiot, is going to have a go and see whether he can ping Magnus's wounds off. Yeah. So he did move, and he is -1. So what we're looking at here, Chris?
It's 4s to hit with the Voidbringer. Now that does do 3 damage, and that would be enough to kill him.
It would.
So here we go. 4s to hit. It's a hit. Unfortunately, I'm only strength 4, so I am going to need a 5 to wound here. It's in.
It is a 5.
Now, this is 50-50 dead Magnus. We would like
Wouldn't that be epic if the main man himself could literally bring him down with a scope through the skull or could Magnus prove a little bit too strong today?
Quick shot. He's done.
Again, another one, and there's nothing I can do. I cannot re-roll that, guys. That is Magnus dead. Next we have this unit of jet bikes, skim down here.
Yes.
They are aiming against the Brimstone Horrors, trying to do a little bit of work. These guys are armed with shuriken cannons.
Yeah, they've got a shuriken cannon each. My logic being, if I get a really hot roll and Ace has a bad demonic instability, maybe, just maybe, I can move him off that objective. So, here we are, hitting on 3s. That's not bad. No, actually, it's average. Which is always good enough to take.
2s you must be.
Yeah, I'm strength 6 against his toughness 3. So that's 5 wounds on your 6 up.
6 up is what it's all about. That's all we need. So, here we go. 5 saves, 6 up. Nope. Yeah, make 1, so 4 drop. So that'd be 4 dead brimstones. Okay, so next up, the final unit. The jet bikes over here in the corner. They are lighting up the pink horrors in the middle.
So those are scatter lasers on that unit.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
So they did move.
And they moved, so that would put them at -1, but that's obviously the unit I use guide on. So I'm 4s re-rolling. Okay. And I'm doing this twice because there's 12 here, 24 shots.
Go for it.
So that's a pretty decent start. That's a very good start. That's 11 so far.
Yeah, not bad at all.
That's also very good. It only drops 2 hits, that is 22. That is more than just a...
Slightly over average, even with the re-rolls, but there we go. Yeah. And strength 6 again, aren't they? So
yeah,
2s.
So still 2s again.
So nice work.
This is looking potentially kind of tasty. Oh, there's a lot of ones.
There's quite a lot of ones in there.
Goodness.
Which is going to help us. But that's the way things average up.
That is the way it works,
Another
isn't
one
it?
there.
So that was 8 ones against 20 wounds. I make that 12 wounds. Okay,
well I'm going to just roll these guys and we'll see what we get. So we're looking 4 ups first of all. That looks not bad. And then we're going to pick up the 3s and the 2s and the 1s. Got any more there, Chris? Got another one over here?
Over there, yeah.
And we'll just pick up another one. Oh, sorry, where's another one over here? No, that was it, wasn't it? That's it, yeah?
That was 6.
Okay, and now I need 6s. Should I pull off another 2? So I lose 5 horrors. Not too bad.
No.
Right, so we just go into the morale phase. There will be no charges. So we have the unit down here that's lost 4, with leadership 7. 3,
so that's fine.
So we're fine. And then we have the big unit of horrors. We do have obviously the icon. Icon is the instrument. Icon, I think.
Oh yeah, if you roll a 1.
If I roll a 1. Yeah. Which I do.
D6
so
back.
D6 back. Just a 1. I keep rolling 1s, guys.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, but I don't lose any and I get 1 back. So we'll take that, not too bad. We've just worked out the scores. It is a completely level pegging. We both hold an objective, we've both killed a unit, and we've both got 1 each for our primaries. So yeah, it's all good. So we'll now see what I can do. Obviously I've lost Magnus, it's a big blow. But being a 1,000 Sun player, you've got to expect Magnus to go down quickly. You cannot plan for that guy to last a game. It's just not going to happen. Anybody should have enough firepower to take him down. But he's hit hard, he's hit in, he's spread the forces, and now we'll see what we can do as we go into turn 2 for the 1,000 Suns. Okay, so starting off the psychic phase, we have dropped down the sorcerer, the Terminator sorcerer. Just going to try and clear these guys off the objective. Before we do that, I'm just going to start off with some smites. So I'm going to start off with the Herald on disc, and I'm going to smite into the jet bikes. See what we can do. So yeah, I do get it off. Do you want to try? You might be within 24 of that. I'm probably guessing you are. If you want to try,
yeah.
Just whether you want to try and stop
from over here. That would be a good time to do it. I will.
You can try for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it from that hemlock.
From this hemlock here. Yep. Go for it. Need an 8.
No.
Don't get it off. So D3. Just the 1.
1.
Okay. And then we'll use this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to the same target.
Yep.
So so he is going to perils. So I'll do that in a second, but see how much damage he does. He does 4 damage.
One wound left.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll see how many damage it does to myself. D3. So 3 wounds down. I think Harold's are 5 wounds on foot, but I'll double check it.
Yeah,
but either way, he's definitely alive still. Anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to start. Oh, we're going to carry on with the Terminator Sorcerer. It's going to smite into the Rangers. So yeah, not bad, but still not a D6. But we'll see how many we get.
It's not to kill them all.
Kill them all. Tasty. Okay, so we're now going to go with warp time. We're going to try. This guy's going to try and warp time himself. That is a fail.
And the first fail of the game.
First fail, but I am going to use a command point to try and pass it. So I'd quite like to get that off. And I do get it off. So that means I can now move him. In fact, thinking about it, we'll actually cast it on him. It makes no difference, so I will cast it on him. This guy's closer. So we'll cast it on him. So it's going to go to here. And then we are going to follow it up with a smite, which we get off.
I'll attempt to deny that.
So with that one over there, yeah, because you've already done with him.
I have. That is denied.
Nice, definitely denied. Cool. Okay, so we'll move over on to the other guy there. Now he has got Doombolt, so I'm going to Doombolt. So I need a 9 for this. Which I get off.
Keeps on doing them.
So this is D3. So just the 1, but you now can't advance, I believe, and half your movement.
Okay.
I'll double check exactly the word for that in a second, but that's basically what it is anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to smite you.
Okay. Good God.
That was 6. Well, it's one of those things I'm going to have that go through, but we'll see how much damage we do. Just the 2. Oh, that would be a lovely one to do the reroll on, but I've already used one. So we'll take that. Hopefully that should be enough for me to the Prince to shred him in combat. We'll have a little break and then we'll come back with some other psychic. But before I forget, how many wounds does he lose from his perils?
2.
He loses 2 wounds.
2 apiece.
So takes him down to 6.
6 left.
6 left.
Yep.
Okay, so now the Exalted Sorcerer is going to try and smite out the remainder of those Rangers. So yeah,
I will try and deny. I get +1 to my deny because of the Will of Azuyan, which I had cast earlier in that turn. So that's a 6, which is not enough.
Get it off. So D3. Yeah, that kills the Rangers. Take that. Okay, so now we are going to go into Araman. I'm going to start off with doing Weavers of Fate into his brother Demon Prince that has flown straight into the Hemlock. So we are looking for a 6. Yeah, I get +1 as well. He's outrange to deny it, so I'm +1 invuln save on the Demon Prince. And then I will do Tzeentch's Firestorm. I'm going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm onto the... oh, actually no, let me just quickly measure. Yeah, so I hope so. It is just in range, so I am going to try and do the Firestorm into his unit of jet bikes. So I need a 7. And +1, I do get it off. Can't deny.
Oh, it's +1. Look at the first fail.
So I need 9 dice.
My heart skipped a beat.
You thought what? You thought you were going to get a fail there?
I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be the first one.
So 9 dice, and I'm looking for 6s. I don't get any though. None at all.
Sweet justice.
And then we'll do a smite. I believe the closest unit is going to be probably your...
yeah, the closest thing you can see will be Hornetto, presumably. Who's it coming from?
From Araman again. It's his 3rd tower. So... Okay, so his last will be the smite. It is going to go into the Hornet, just kind of measured out distances.
That one is just out of line of sight.
So here we go. Yeah, get it off.
Got it.
And D3. 2 wounds on the Hornet. Okay. Okay, so the Shaman is going to go into the jet bikes.
Fails, I'm going to say, what a shaman. Oh, you got it.
D3, 2, so
that
one jet bike
one
down.
Dead jet bike.
And that, I think, is more or less it. Actually, we have got the...
Don't forget about him.
Yeah, what I have forgotten is I've forgotten my +1 reroll.
Yeah.
But I needed it. They can only use 1 power.
That is true. You need to thin them off. So you can't blame him for that.
So instead, we will do the +1, the flicker and flame.
+1 to wound
+1 to
your
wound
shooting
on the horrors.
power.
Yeah. So see if we can get that off. We don't.
There
is your fail.
It had to happen eventually.
And with that, that I think will be the end of my psychic phase.
How are you feeling about that psychic phase?
It worked out right.
Yeah?
Everything
goes right.
Yeah, it was alright. Okay, so we're now going to try and do some warp bolter goodness. So I'm going to start off with this one here. He is going to warp bolter into this guy. And I am -1 for hard to hit, but I am inside 12. So it is just the one, because I can't do anything with that one. And I need 5s, which I get, -1.
So that's going to be a 4-up save for Mr. Hemlock, which he fails, so that is 2 wounds taken on him.
Okay, and we'll go straight on to the next guy. So same thing again. So 2 hits, I get 5s. I get 1.
He's got 1. And we're going to look for the 4-up again. No.
2 damage.
That's not bad. So Ace is now going to bring the hurt onto these Hemlocks.
Gonna try.
But not at the expense of some potentially very tasty Overwatch. I feel like I might have jinxed myself a little bit just by saying that. But I am salivating. So the first one here, the lower stakes one, 2d3 hits. That's 5 again. The Hemlocks have been doing well for me, I cannot deny that. What's the toughness of a Demon Prince? I feel like they might be toughness 6. So these are going to be 2s to wound.
Yeah.
And it's 5 wounds at minus a lot.
Yeah,
so they are 4-up saves,
yeah.
4-up invulns. And if he fluffs this, if he fluffs 4 of these, that's a dead Prince potentially.
Well, I've saved 2. So that'd be 6. So bring him down just to 2 wounds left. If I don't use a reroll, but I think the other one is the one I definitely need to survive just in case I get unlucky. So I'm going to allow that one to go through and I'm going to let him go in on just 2 wounds.
No.
Hopefully he can make the charge. And also this potentially might be worth it.
This could be the reroll, yeah. No, it's not going to be it. Ooh.
That's interesting, isn't it? That is interesting.
That's saucy.
So what do I need? What do realistically I need? So I need a 7.
Let me push it back a little bit.
So I need 6 because I'm under 7, yeah?
I say, yeah, let's say you need 6.
So I need a 6. So I need a 4. So 50-50 chance, guys. I'm going to give
He likes those odds. He's going to roll with them dice.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a 1.
Unfortunately,
oh, that is good
not
news.
Not going to make it in. That is good news because that's my reroll gone, so the toasting could get painful now.
Yeah. You sure you still want to charge?
Yes. Absolutely.
Try to ride my luck there. Get him while he's emotionally distraught. Alright, so 2d3 on Overwatch. That is exactly the same again. That is 5.
Every single time.
Yeah, well, I can't really. Well, I'm still going to complain about his psychic phase. But I'm happy with that. So, 2's the wound again. Oh, there's 2 1s in there. Didn't want to see that.
A little bit.
Yeah, and now his 3s are pretty
3-up saves.
Pretty reliable, I expect.
Yeah, makes them all. I can't fail this charge, so I'm just going to go hammering in.
Just going to go and do it. Alright. So he's got a thirst for blood and realise he's now going to try and hit me with this Herald, which is probably pretty smart. So I'm looking for Overwatch on 6s, and it's nothing.
Okay, so we're going to start off over here. So the Demon Prince not messing around. Let's try and dispatch this Hemlock. He has already lost 5 wounds, so I've got 2 sets of Malefic Talons, and I can re-roll 1s. So that's all hits.
Now this is big.
And now I'm looking for 3s.
I'm going to need to see a couple of 1s and 2s here. Oh god,
and that's
not
full
good
house.
news.
So -2.
I quite liked my chances coming into this of actually surviving with 1 or 2 wounds left, but can't say the same now. 5s.
And I think that's a
That's
dead
none.
hemlock.
That's definitely a dead
Does it
hemlock.
explode?
We'd all like that. Explosion 6 up. Yes!
It does explode. So we just double check with his D3 or 1.
Just had a good little laugh there, telling Ace it was D6 wounds. Should have seen the look on his face. But it is D3, alas. But here we go. 2, we'll take it.
Not bad. Okay, so now the mighty Flux Master is going to try and take this 1 remaining wound off the jet bike.
And on top of that, he's going to do it looking backwards.
That's how he rolls.
That's how good he is.
How he rolls.
He's so confident of this
He's a
combat.
bowler.
Yeah.
He's a bowler. He's not messing around. Right. So I need 4s to hit you. I get 1. And I need 5s to wound you.
This is big.
I don't get anything. Then I've got his disc. Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
That's it.
Definitely going to be striking you right back.
You are 3.
Toughness 3, even on a disc. Okay, so that's going to be my 1 attack. 3s and 4s. That is falling off the table. Good work, Crispy. That is a miss. On a 6, that lone Wind Rider will run.
Ah, reroll.
Definitely not.
So end of movement, some slight kind of jiggering around, just try and make sure they've got enough range, a few things not moving to make sure that they're not having any minuses. The Hemlock racing over here to try and dispatch a couple of characters if possible, and the lonely jet bike moving right the way along this board edge to try and make sure he can get his quarter. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. Obviously no Magnus, so not quite as good at getting rid of some of these powers, so we'll see what Chris can do.
Yes.
Right, what you got?
So starting off, the Hemlock is going to be jinxing this Sorcerer.
Okay.
So I will need a 7.
Okay.
And it comes off.
Okay, so I might as well try and get rid of it. Let's try and get rid of it from the Sorcerer himself. No, don't get it off.
So that is -1 to his saves.
Okay, nice. Next.
The next is going to be the Warlock is going to cast Conceal on the unit of jet bikes.
Okay, go for it.
And that will need a 6. That comes up on a 9.
Okay, I'm not going to bother with that then.
Now we're moving on to the Farseer powers, and I just need to remind myself who has what. So,
right, go for it.
Starting with the first Warlock, we have got Guide on the unit of jet bikes, and I'm looking for a 7. It doesn't come off. I get to re-roll up to 1 dice from his Warlord trait.
Anything but a 1 then?
Anything but a 1 will do it. It's a 2, so that gets off my Guide.
Try and get rid of Guide. And we don't.
Then I'm moving on to my Will of Azurian.
Okay.
That just needs a 5. That comes off, and then some. Then we're going to move on to the final Farseer. Mind War is out of range of anything. Well, yeah, actually anything, full stop.
Yeah.
And then finally, Dooming, the Pink Horrors. That has not currently come off on 4, so I'm going to take my 1 re-roll per turn. And it comes off on a 7.
Try and get rid of it.
No. You'd have to roll a 6.
I would have to roll a 6. I'm going to let it go. That's fine.
Alright, on to the shooting.
So we're into the shooting phase. What's going on?
So firstly, Illic is going to take a pot shot at the Sorcerer.
So he's got the back. He's right through this terrain here.
Billowing cloak.
And then he's going to go and shoot into Sorcerer.
So I did move, so I'm going to need 3s to hit.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Does hit.
I'm still only 4s, and your toughness 5, I believe.
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at 4s to wound, 6s to do an extra mortal wound. That's 1.
Fail.
He's also got Doomed, which would have been a really nice just 3.
He's got Jinx.
Going through. Jinx, rather.
Yeah.
I am going to take it. I'm going to take a reroll.
Okay, so go on for it. Go for it.
Looking for 4 up.
Fails. I'll see if I get it from the helm. I do. I get another command point. So that brings me up to 6. I'll take that. Happy days. What's
Hornets
next?
shooting onto the Demon Prince.
Okay, so this is the Demon Prince that has got +1 invuln.
Now this is the one which moved.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need 4s to hit.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The second one, which didn't move, is 3s to hit. They both hit.
Tasty.
It's going to be 3s to wound.
Yeah.
2 wounds.
Ooh. Pressure roll here. Okay, so 3 ups. And I think this is probably a good time for that reroll. So we use a reroll. And I get it off. And that's the reroll that I just stole from you, Chris. How does that feel?
It could have been any really.
No,
you just want to make yourself feel
that
better.
was the one I stole from you.
Oh, that was that one. That was that one in
actually
the
that
pool.
one.
In
How
the
did you
pool
feel?
of command points.
So you had
in that case, I'm very
had
upset.
it, and I took it from you.
Yeah, in that case, that's obviously very disappointing.
Okay.
If it was that one, otherwise,
Yeah,
otherwise things
it was definitely that one. Right, what you got?
I'm going to move on to the lone sniper here who knew he's going to take a pot shot at that herald to try and make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to need a 4 to hit now because he moved.
That's right.
No, it doesn't come off.
It doesn't.
He's not been good shooting so far. Now we are going to go on to, might as well do the big unit of bikes.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 20 shots.
And these are the guided unit, correct?
The guided unit against a doomed unit of pink horrors.
And that's not a pleasant experience to be on the end of that.
This went quite well for him last time.
It did go well for me, so there's a chance.
I don't think you're really need to be doomed, seeing as I'm winning on 2s anyway. But
well, you know, it makes you feel better though, you know.
It often does. I got a lot of. I said I rolled 8 ones last time.
You did roll 8 ones.
Here we go. 4's re-rolling.
There's quite a lot of misses there.
There are quite a lot of misses indeed.
Keep going, keep picking them misses up. That's it, you keep picking them. That's it. Small amount of rice there. And again, misses. And that was basically all misses again. So just 3 extra hits. That's not a great start.
Go Eldar.
But you only need 2.
Here we go, this is going to be.
You only need 2. So you're going to be alright here. Yeah, you only got what? So how many is...
3, 4, 5,
Let me roll.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This worked for me last time.
20.
These beautiful twisted dice, they worked for me last time. Can they be twisted again, Chris? You like what I did there?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
So yeah, I'll tell you what. Look, I'm going to take that, but before we go, we do have some 6s as well. So let's see whether we can convert another couple.
It's got 1.
So I lost 5.
Yeah. Boy.
I've been on the end of these horrible horrors all my life, it feels like, Chris. So this feels like absolute payback. So that's 5 horrors go down, but I will take that as a fair exchange. Next up,
some pot shot shuriken cannons against those horrors. He did advance, so it's going to be 4 to hit. 1 hit.
No, these are assault guns. Remember?
Yeah, but he's still advanced. So it's
oh yes, of course, yeah, sure.
So
sure.
I'm 2 to wound. There's 1 wound.
6 up save. No, 1 dies.
And then we're going to do the catapult from this warlock, who also advanced against this sorcerer.
Okay.
So he's also going to be actually 4 to hit. 2 hits.
Nice.
Strength 4 against toughness 4, I assume.
Yeah, tough 4, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
He's mounted. Usually gets plus on.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Then you go 4 to wound. There's 2 wounds and a 6 is -3 on the AP.
So 3 up for the first one, which he makes, and then 5 up in Von, which he makes. No problem at all.
Not bad for a pot shot.
Not bad for a pot shot.
We're now going to do. This is a bigger one, more important. So this wave serpent, which moved.
Wave serpent?
Yeah, wave serpent. Fire
prism even.
That moved less than half his distance.
Yeah.
He's got a shot at that sorcerer through the window.
Okay.
So
okay. So what you got now?
I'm going for the medium profile on the fire prism.
Okay.
And that is a focused shot with his prism cannon. So I get to fire twice because I moved under half my distance, and I have a crystal targeting matrix, so I don't get my -1. Even though they're heavy weapons. So 2d3 shots, indeed. 2d3 shots. That's 3. That's not the same. That's not what we're used to.
Not the same.
So hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And then these are going to be wounding on 2s. And those are all wounded. So they're -4. So those are going to be 5 ups. You little.
Nice. Nice. Just the one goes through, so D3.
That's D3 damage. So it's 3.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Takes him down 2 wounds.
And I'm going to follow up with the shuriken cannon.
Okay, go for it.
These are also going to be 3s. So it's 2 hits.
Nice.
And
3s again.
Strength 6, so now it's 3s.
Yeah.
And 1 is -3 again.
Okay, so this will be a 5 up, which he makes. This will be a 3 up, which he makes.
He's rolling them. Well, that doesn't leave me a lot left. I'm going to think about what I'm going to waste this lovely fire prism on.
Okay, so not many targets left for the other fire prism, so he's going to shoot into the horrors. I've already lost 5.
So 2d6 shots. That's 8. That isn't terrible.
No, that's pretty good.
And you know, while I'm at it, I'll just put the shuriken cannons in there because AP is not going to make a difference.
And neither is strength.
And neither is strength. I'm going to be wounding you on 2s. So.
And you know, and you single damage as well, so that makes no difference either. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 plus another 3 from the cannon. So it's 11 shots.
Okay.
And these are hitting on 3s. But I get to reroll my. Do get to reroll my 1s to wound. Yeah.
Is that from the Farseer?
That's because they're doomed.
Oh, of course they are. Yes, they are doomed.
So these are 2s to wound.
Yeah.
Roll that tasty one. So that is 7 wounds.
7 wounds, 4 ups.
He's done well.
Well, not really. To be fair, he's done average because that's 3, and then we need 6s. We don't make another one, so it's another 4 down. So we still have lost now 9 overall from that unit, which is
9
still
that turn.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
4 from the last turn.
Yeah, I got 1 back there last time, didn't I? But
that was including that.
Including
5
that.
last
But
turn.
yeah, so that is another 4 down. So before we finish off, we do have the Hemlock. So he's got 2 choices. He could go for the guy on the disc who's lost a wound. He only has 3 wounds left, or the 5 wound Terminator Sorcerer. So you're going to go for him. He has been jinxed, right?
Yeah, we're going for the Jinxed Sorcerer.
Okay.
So 2d3 shots. Underperforming suddenly. No, 4 is good. These hit automatically and wounding on 2s.
Yeah.
So they all wound. They're minus lot. So your 6 up saves. You need to make 2 of these, or he is dead.
I do. You're correct there. It'd be quite nice to keep him alive.
I need to put at least 1 character this turn. Come on. That is enough to finish him off.
So that'd be 6 wounds. Do I gamble? Do I gamble? Do I gamble? No, we're going to let him go. Yeah, I think I might have lose 1 from him. I don't know whether that was... Yeah, I think I did. So anyway, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let him go. He came in, he smited out the Rangers, and unfortunately, he is dead. And with that, that's the end of your
that is
shooting.
the end of my whole turn.
You're not going to try and assault my Exalted Sorcerer over there?
I can't, because I advanced with him.
You did.
But I tell you what, I will take a go on assaulting your Herald with my Hemlock. Because why the hell not?
Why not?
You have no Overwatch.
Let's try it.
He's in.
He's definitely in.
He's in for 6.
We'll see what a Hemlock can do. Should be quite entertaining. But ultimately, it probably just gives me a couple of extra inches away from the Demon Prince, which is probably quite important.
So I'm not going to be able to hop over top of you, but let's
yeah, go for it.
Let's sneak around that edge.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, I know how many attacks a Hemlock does off the top of my head because this is very frequent. It is 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Hitting on 6s, no surprises there.
Yeah.
So hitting on 6s. Yes. 2 hits.
Nice.
Strength 6. So these will be 3s.
3s, yeah.
2 wounds.
4 up saves.
Yes, a token wound. We will have
Token
that.
wounds, yeah. So he's lost 2 now.
We will have that.
With that.
And that is definitely my turn over. I'd like to see some sweet morale.
Okay. So I have lost 9 in all. I am going to auto pass that test.
I thought you might.
And that will be going into my turn 3.
So, looking at the scores on the doors at the end of turn 2, that didn't go very well for me. Some of that shooting wasn't great, and I only managed to kill off 1 unit, and I'm now not even holding that objective, which is my main objective, so that's pretty bad. So all in all, I only gained 2 points that turn on my primary, 1 for just killing a unit and 1 for just holding a objective. I got my 1 point for killing a character, so for Headhunter, and then I got 1 for Recon having 1 in each quarter. Boom, 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 and obviously all of them. But Ace did even better, obviously, so he therefore got more kills than me and is holding more objectives. So he got 4 extra on his primary, putting him 2 ahead, and he also got his recon. He didn't get anything extra for old school, so at the moment that only puts him 1 point ahead of me.
Okay, so we'll start off with some demon smites. So we'll start off with this herald here. I'm going to smite into the 1 wound jet bike. See whether I can get rid of him. I do on 6.
That is tempting to try and deny. I'm going to measure this up. This could be a big one. So this is a bit of a risk. I really would have liked to get that denying himself, but it would just be wasted if he ends up getting a good roll on the smite anyway. So 6 is very deniable, so we're going to try it. A deny from the hemlock.
Here's 7. Don't get it.
It doesn't even come off.
So I don't need to roll. It's only got 1 wound left. So he is dead. Oh, you can use reroll.
I'm thinking about it. He's jumping off, and I'm thinking this could be worth a whole point for me, having 1 thing in each corner. Otherwise, I'm definitely not going to have anything in that corner, and it could be a very slippery slope for this whole game. So I think I'm going to have to do it. So I'm going to use a reroll, and I'm looking for a 4 or higher, which I do manage to get.
You do, yeah. So I will try and see if I get that back, which I don't, and that'll be it. So next up, the herald here is going to go into the hemlock. I am now going to need a 6. I've already used 1 smite from a non-Thousand Sons. Yeah, I do get it off. So D3, just the 1.
Just the 1.
And we'll quickly go straight on to the next one. So this guy here is now going to use warp time.
That's what I wanted to deny.
And 6, I think it might be a 7. I'll just double check. Yep, so it is. So in he goes. He is going to do his immediate move further over here. And what we did say, you know, look, before you scream in, Chris knows he made a tactical error here. Assaulting this guy was a bit of a gamble, because what it means is now I can go in without any overwatch. So I know you're screaming and you criticise him, but you know, these things happen. For this guy's last, for his last thing, he is going to use Diabolical Strength. See if I can get that off, which I do. So now he's getting more attacks. I think it's worth it over the smite personally. So now hopefully I can wreck that thing in combat. So we'll have a little think about what we're going to do next. Okay, so now the Demon Prince over here, I'm going to start off with Temporal Manipulation. I need a 6. So I get it off on a 7. And this will be
what does it do? I'm going to try and deny that.
Wounds back, sorry, D3 wounds back to me.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try and deny that.
Okay.
On
so you need an 8.
the Farseer, he gets +1 to my deny. Yep. And I get to re-roll 1 die per turn because of my Warlord trait. So that does come off.
Yeah, so you deny it? Yeah. Okay, so now we will go into the Smite, which we get off.
I think I'll also try and deny that as well.
Go through it.
So the same guy, he can't use that re-roll 1, but he does have re-rolling a test, and that does get denied on a 9.
Nice, tasty stuff. Might save your character. Okay, so we'll now go over here and just have a quick look what this guy has. Right, okay, so the Exalted Sorcerer, I'm going to try and do Gift of Chaos, and I'm going to try and do it on his Warlord. Seems like a funny thing to do. So I'll see and get it off first of all on a 6. I do get it off.
I have to try and deny that. With the other Farseer, it's denied on a 10.
Denied, you've been good on your deny so far. Okay, and then we are going to go on to the Glamour of Zinch onto the Demon Prince over there. So here we go, and get it off again. Any more denies?
To deny that as well.
Okay. What are your denies?
And I get to re-roll 1 per turn.
That one so far.
And that is also not denied.
It's denied. Okay. So he's now got -1. So hit him. And now we're going to go over here. So we'll start off with Arman. I am going to, I think we'll start off with a, we're going to go with Smite first of all, onto this guy.
It's the first fail.
He gets +1.
No, it's not a fail.
So it's a pass. D3. He's dead.
He's dead.
Okay,
I can try and deny it.
Are you going to try and deny it?
Yeah, with the warlock, right? I should have picked that up earlier.
Should have picked it up earlier, but go for it.
This is the one to do it. On the low roll. Yeah, it's denied.
It is denied, yeah. Nothing to do about that. Okay, so we'll now go Tzeentch's Firestorm. Actually, what's a shame he's got Firestorm as well, so that's not the right thing to do. Okay, so we're going to go to this guy now. We're going to come back to Araman in a minute, but we've got this guy here. He is going to do a smite into this guy.
Fine.
Oh no! I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
No.
Okay, right, okay, so actually having a quick look, I thought I had some sort of reroll. So I've got the Sorcerer's Elixir, which means I can do one reroll once a game. So we'll try and see whether we get it off this time. We do get it off. Surely you must be out of deniers now.
Yeah, I am actually all out of deniers.
And that is in there eventually. Okay, so now Araman is going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm onto your Warlord. So I need 7.
Peril.
He is perilled. Yeah, I'm just going to have to accept it and take D3. Is that whether a reroll? Don't remember if I've used a reroll in my psychic phase.
Thank you.
Don't know whether I have. Oh, that's grim. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it ride. So I've got it off. So I now need 9 dice, and I'd like a load of 6s now and kill off his Farseer would be nice. Okay, so let's see whether I can take some wounds off this guy. It would be nice. Just the 1, unfortunately, but you know, it's something. It's something. So he's lost 2 wounds now. And then for Araman's 3rd spell
and final trick,
I'm going to do no, I'm not, because I've already done Walk Chart. Okay, so now I'm going to do Weavers of Fate from Araman onto the Demon Prince, give him +1 Inbon. Do get it off, so he has now got a 3-up Inbon, -1 to hit. Schling is going to smite this ranger here, try and kill him off for an extra unit. Oh, mega kill on the ranger.
Yeah, he's gone.
So he's gone, kills the ranger, but we'll take that. And I'll do a smite from the horrors, probably the wrong way around, but I'm guessing this guy here.
You can't do it, it's one dice, and you've already done 3 smites, right? So you can't do it.
Oh yes, of course I have. Yeah, no, you're spot on.
Let's assume you did that for, actually no, because any other ones would have been worse.
No,
so, yeah.
So, Demon Prince shooting in, he does get a -1 because of his cloak, so I'm hitting on 3s. Yeah, both hit. And I'm wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, -1. You get +1 for being in cover.
+2 for being in cover.
+2 for being
from his little cloak, which puts me on 3. So these are only 4 ups. And they're both failed, and that's probably enough to kill poor old Illic.
Okay, so now I'm going to walk pistol flame these guys with him. So see how many shots. D6, just a 3. It's only strength 3, so I'm needing 5s. I only get the 1, and yeah, can't reroll 1s with them. Actually, yeah, no, you can reroll 1s to hit.
To hit?
Yeah, to hit.
Well, that's a wound roll.
Is it to wound? Of course it was a wound roll. Duh.
Yeah.
Of course it was. Only just 1 then. So 1 at -2.
Okay.
So 1.
Yeah. That'll be 5 up save at least.
Of course it is.
Nope.
Yeah. So just one wound off a jet bike.
Yep.
And we'll now use the other, go right down the other side of the board, and we'll shoot the Demon Prince into your Hemlock.
You can't, in combat.
You're right, so there is a bonus for you being in combat after all.
There is. Well, counter mistake, not falling back with the guy on the disc.
Well no, because if I fall back with the guy on the disc, then you would have flamed me again, so that was not a counter fail.
Just all my fail.
Just all your fail. Just all your fail. Just quickly measure out Aaron. I'm guessing he's probably out of range with his with his bolt. Yeah, he's out of range. So we're going to do some horrors.
Which advanced again.
Which advanced again.
And you're -1 to hit.
I think it's a 12.
And then you're -2 to hit. So you actually can't hit me.
Well, I'm into 12.
With 2 guys, yeah, I guess. Or maybe 3 guys. We'd be generous and give you a 3.
So 2 shots each, right?
Yeah. As long as you still got, no, you don't have over 20 left, we'll do. So you need 6s.
Let's get that 6.
It's got to hit.
Got that wound.
Got a wound. This is going to be 3 up. And there's 1 dead.
Killed one. We'll take that. Take that, no problem whatsoever. Okay. So we're in the assault phase. I'm going to do some charges now. So the Exalted Sorcerer.
Guide on them, I think we did.
Yeah, you did get guide on them. You did. So the Exalted Sorcerer is going to charge in against the jet bikes. I've also targeted the 2 Farseers as well. It's potentially a risky move, but I think if I can get in there, I can probably cause a bit of a mess. So we'll see how we get on.
This is 16 shots. Looking at 6s at re-rolling. 3 so far.
Okay, not bad.
Which is on just about. And only 1 more there. So that's 4 shots.
Okay.
That's strength 6. I'm guessing 3s to wound.
3s to wound, yep, absolutely.
It's a good roll. It's 4 wounds.
4 wounds, okay. No AP?
No.
So looking for 3s. I've just failed 1.
Just the 1.
Yep.
Now the Farseer,
yep.
First Farseer, well I'll do both of their pistols.
Go for it.
Shooting catapults. So there's 1 hit there.
Yeah.
And then this is 4s, so it's going to be 4s to wound.
Yeah.
It's another wound.
Okay. Take another save. Which we make.
And now his Singing Spear.
Still going.
6 to hit.
Wow.
2 to wound on a Singing Spear. It wounds.
Yeah.
No AP.
No AP. So 3 ups. Makes it, no problem. Okay. So after that, let's see whether I can weather the storm and make that charge. That's very much in where I need to be. So we'll measure that up and we'll come back. And then next up, the Demon Prince is going to charge into Idic, but it's also going to nominate against the
Hornet.
The Hornet as well.
So Ilic's Overwatch. Doesn't hit. 2 pulse lasers from the Hornet. No hits.
Okay, so we'll see what we get. Yeah, that'd be plenty. And then I think, tell me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I don't think I need anything at all to make the combat over there against your flyer. No. So we won't even roll that, we'll come straight back. But the last thing I do want to do is I do want to charge in against your lonely jet bike down in the corner to see whether I can kill him with the brimstones.
Okay.
So that's going to be the plan.
Looking at 6s. There's a hit.
Did you get 1?
And looking at 2s. There's a wound.
Okay, so 6 up. Nope, 1 dies. And now we'll see whether we can make it. Pretty much there. Yep, we'll make it. And we'll come back at the beginning of the assault phase. So we're in the combat phase, and I've chosen to use my Exalted Sorcerer first. I'm going to try and take out his Warlord. Chris had cracked a stratagem. What stratagem have you gone for?
Lightning fast reflexes.
Okay, so I thought it was just in shooting, but no, apparently it's in any phase. And that does mean he now has -1 to hit. So I was hitting on 2s, I'm now hitting on 3s, but I do re-roll 1s. So I've got 4 attacks. This is when I could do with some good stuff coming in. Can re-roll 1s. So that's all hits. And now I am looking for 3s. Oh, not so good. Is it worth a reroll? I'm going to use the reroll, Chris. And this is the reroll.
Obviously, that was the,
I just stole from you.
That was the command point.
This was, yeah.
So back down to 3 again.
And I did wound. Yeah. So I have 3 runes at -1.
I'm 4 plus invuln.
4 plus invuln.
And
2 get through.
I'm probably D3 each.
D3 each. Lost 2 wounds already.
Suppose I should probably reroll 1 of them. So yeah.
Saved. Just 1 gets through, and we'll see whether I get it back. I do. I'll have that back as well, Chris.
Yeah. Great rolls. Great rolls.
That's just the 1 though. D3. And I do take the 3.
There's not 1 wound left.
1 wound left. Gosh. If only we had some kind of way of maybe hitting him again or something. I don't think we have. Right.
I think you do. No,
no,
it's just on
I
Zangor,
think it's only on Zangors. So we'll now go into the Demon Prince, unless you want to interrupt. Do you want to interrupt?
No.
Okay, so we'll start off down here. We're over this side of the table. So the Demon Prince is going to put... I'm going to put... Do you have an invuln save on it, Nick?
Nope. Oh, on it, here, yeah.
Do you want to check that invuln save? Because I just want to... If it's a 4 up, I might have to put more than one attack into him. So I want to try and crash out this as well, would be nice. As Chris madly goes through his book. No invuln. No invuln. Well, I'm going to put 2 attacks into him. So I'm going to put 2 attacks into Idic, and I'm going to put the other 5 attacks into the Hornet. So we'll start off with the Hornet. And re-rolling 1s. And now we are looking for 3s. Ugh, look at that. Just a 1. Only 1 got through after all that. Okay, -2.
Yep.
Yeah. So 2 damage yet?
Oh, no,
you get saved, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, -2.
Which you make?
Which you make. No damage at all. Nice. And now Idic.
Burst.
2 hits. And this will be 2s.
I'm not sure, actually. He is toughness 3.
He only got 1 through, but that's enough.
That
kills him. So we will take that. That's not too shabby. Okay, so now we'll go right the way down the other end, and we are going to hit you with the Demon Prince. He has got Diabolic Strength off, so he's up to 8 attacks now. I would really, really like to kill this thing, because this is a menace. So, 8 attacks. Re-rolling 1s. All hit. 3s.
Yay!
Just the 2. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it.
Saved.
Saves both of them as well.
Invasion.
Well, that was pretty much of a turn up for the books. Didn't take any wounds at all. So the Flux Master is going to try it as well. Unlikely to do any damage, but we'll see. So 2 attacks himself. Nope. No hits, and then 1 for the disc. Yes. Looking for a 5.
Nope. Here we're going to go again. This is the master strategy. Hitting back on 6s. 1. It's going to be 2s to wound, I think.
Yeah, 6, I think.
Yeah.
No, so nothing. Oh yeah, 2s.
Yeah.
2s for 4 up. Yeah,
Good.
it makes a save, no problem at all. And then last but not least, we're going to go over here. So you set up 2 attacks each. Yeah?
Yep.
That for my guys, I've got
So
2,
5.
4, 6, 8, 10.
Yep.
So 10. So can I strip this last?
Looking for 5s and 6s.
Would be very, very nice.
3 hits. He's got a 50-50. And then I got my save. I'm out of command points, and we know we do not like being out of command points.
I like that.
Pretty decent.
I like that. I'm not going to lie. That's not bad. And we just need 6 in here. We get 1. Just 1 save, Chris.
1 3 up, and that is obviously saved.
Oh, saves it. Do you want to hit me back?
Definitely do. 1 attack, 3 to hit. Hits. 3's the wound. It's a wound.
6 of save. Saves. No issues at all. I believe with that, you will have your Farseer and your Warlock to hit me back. Do you want to go and do that? My my Sorcerer over the end.
I can fire the Jedites? No. I'm not going to lynch. I don't know this at all. Okay. The 2 Farseer Skyrunners. Hitting on 2s. They have 2 attacks each. So they all hit.
Nice.
They wound on 2s, and they do D3 damage. So 4 wounds.
No AP though, right?
There's unfortunately no AP. Got me some fails in here. Yes. 3 fails. And he's already taken 2 wounds.
He hasn't taken any wounds, that one. Oh no, he took 1 wound. Sorry, he took 1 wound on the way in. That's all he's taken. Didn't take any previously.
Okay.
Yeah, he saved them all over the other side
Okay.
when you tried to go in and attack him.
One of those has taken 2 wounds though.
No, I haven't. He's only taken 1 wound, honestly.
Okay, anyway.
No, sorry, Araman
Perils.
Araman took 3 wounds from Perils. No one else taken any.
Okay.
Go for it.
So these D3 each?
Yeah.
Boom.
Now that's when you need the luck, it comes in. That kills him. There's nothing I can do about that. He only has 5 wounds. So well done, my friend. You killed him. So, summary of that turn, not great, to be fair. Particularly that assault phase was brutal. I didn't do anything at all, really, and actually took more damage back in return. So, I did kill 3 units in the end, dispatched another character, dispatched 2 characters in all that turn. I'm in his grill, and I have got my psychic powers off to make this guy +1 invuln and -1 to hit. And that's not terrible. He's going to struggle to potentially do as much damage to this guy as he'd like to, just because he's right down here and he's going to have to fly away. So, look, not the worst. We'll see what happens. Definitely all to play for as we go into turn 3 for Eldar. So, turn recap for the movement phase for the Eldar. So, the Hemlocks raced right across the board, zooming right across here, and has done his kind of wings of Cain to go up this way. Means that now Araman and his buddy are now closest targets, so he can unleash hell on them. We've then had a whole load of stuff jump over into these ruins. So we've got the bikes, both of the Farseers, and the
and the Fire Prism.
And the Fire Prism as well.
It's a make or break move, this really.
So Araman only has 2 wounds left, so he should easily be able to dispatch him, even with the 3-up invuln. Everything else looks like it's pretty much aiming up against the Demon Prince. The Demon Prince obviously a little bit more resilient at this stage, but he's got some targets against him. And that will more or less be it. We'll see what happens now. As Chris says, very much make or break for him. He should definitely dispatch these 2 characters, and if he can dispatch the Demon Prince as well, then he's had a hot turn. So
if it's a good turn, this could tip it back. If I fluff it, it's probably good night to Vienna. We'll
see what happens. So we're going to go into the psychic phase, an important phase for you.
So we'll start off with obviously jinxing Araman.
Yep.
So that is coming off on a 7 from the Hemlock, and that is a cock.
It is.
It's a 12.
Oh. Okay, well I cannot stop it. Well, even I do get +1, so I could stop it, but no, because that's still, yes, that would beat it, but no, it's not worth it. So go for it.
D3 wounds. Ugh, it takes 3.
He's already lost 3, so he's lost 6. Okay.
But which I've been forgetting about, on 6s they're ignored. I'm forgetting about that all game. But none.
Okay. And what's that called? Some sort of crystal stone.
Jinx. It's
nonsense.
Spirit stone.
Spirit stone. Some sort of Eldar trickery. Right? Okay, so unfortunately now Araman is back down to a 4-up invuln, so it's removed his Warlord save. Okay, so what's next up for your psychic phase?
We are now going to do guide.
Yep.
On the jetbike unit.
Okay. From the Farseer.
The Farseer.
Yep.
The good Farseer, mind you. It does not come off on a 6. I'll use my 1 re-rolled dice.
Yeah.
Turn, do that. Doesn't come off on a 5.
Does not come off.
I'm now going to do the smite.
Okay.
And that will be on the nearest guy. Will be
the Zangor Shaman.
Comes off on a 9.
Okay. So the Zangor Shaman will try and get rid of that. No, he doesn't.
And then
D3, so it's D3 mortal wounds, isn't it?
D3 mortal wounds. It's 3.
Ugh. Okay, I'm not even sure how many wounds the Zangor Shaman has. He might only have 3. We'll just double check it. So just 1 wound remaining for the Zangor Shaman. He has 4 wounds, just 1 left. What's next?
I'm going to Doom.
Okay.
I only have 1 more psychic power. Decisions. I'm going to Mind War.
Okay.
The Zangor Shaman.
Right, okay, so go for it. What do you need for this one?
I need 7.
Go for it.
That is an 8. Is it 1? I just need to check if it's 1 dice I can reroll for turn, or if it's the whole thing.
It's only 1 psychic test. You can't choose 2 separate dice, can you? Oh, it's a different psychic, is it? Oh, this is the different.
So obviously, usually you do at the same time. You can reroll any number of dice. Use this model as attempt to deny our psychic power. So I'm going to reroll that 2. And here's where I get the 1. It's another 2.
Another 2.
It's an 8.
Okay. So Araman will try and deny. Which he does.
It does. That is my psychic phase over.
Okay. Okay, so actually we have one more psychic power coming in. We've got a smite coming in. It's on a 6.
And there's not going to be any rerolls for this one.
Go on, roll it again. Go on. No. Go and have a cock. You calling that? Are you? I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you out there. Okay.
I think that's good.
We have a 6. Okay.
That's a cock there.
Well, look, that's convenient, isn't it? It's the same, guys. It's absolutely the same.
Your face is twice as thick as the one.
I think we're already seeing some cheese going on here. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So, but even if I roll a 6, I need a if I could get it on a 6. But actually, Araman's only got 2 wounds left. I don't want to make it easy for him. I'm going to use a command point. It's the end of the psychic phase, so I'm going to go the 2, and no, fortunately not.
So just D3, and that'll be enough to kill Zangor. 2 more.
Yeah, that kills the Zangor.
And that is the end of the psychic phase.
Brutal stuff. Okay. So we're now in the shooting phase. We're going to start off with this very lucky little jet bike. He's going to, he is a lucky boy, and he's going to try and strip the last wound off this herald. So, go for it.
3 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Nice.
1 hit. He's toughness 3 though still, isn't he?
Yeah.
So 2 to wound.
Let's give him 2.
It's a 4 up.
It's a 4 up.
I would really wanted 2 of these.
And that's a 4, guys.
That's pretty important. That was going to be the thing which would have killed him.
Okay.
Otherwise he might have been sitting pretty.
I should now, hopefully he can now smite him out next turn.
Well, that's huge, because otherwise he would have been sitting here and I would have had my unit in the corner for some more turns to come. Yeah. But now, alas.
Well, this is your turn 3, so you're only going to, it's only going to be 1 that you're not going to max out on. Actually, no. Are you in this? You're not in this side.
I am with him.
Are you? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, so it'll be the last turn. You probably get it. But anyway, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah. So now I'm going on to the rest of my shooting phase.
Okay.
We'll start off with the Hornet onto Prinzo.
Okay, so we'll come around there and we'll see what we can do.
He moved. Both these Hornets had to move.
Yeah. And they're 5s. These guys are hitting on.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start off with this guy, and he is going to be shooting into the Prince.
Double ones.
Right, standard.
The next
one.
One hit.
1 hit. Important.
3s.
Yeah.
It's a wound.
So 3 up. Yep, makes a save, no problem.
That's going to be the Fire Prism.
Okay, same target.
Yeah, but he is going to do the D3.
That makes sense.
Shot one.
Makes sense.
2 D3 shots. Come on. Ugh. Just 2 shots.
Yeah.
3's to hit. 2 hits.
3's to hit? No, 4's to hit. Mine's 1.
Oh, yeah, no hits.
No hits. Okay.
So now it's going to be the Hemlock all on Araman.
Yeah, unfortunately this is not good for me.
3 shots, no, 3 hits. It's going to be 2s. They're all wounds. It's -5.
Araman, come on, he's at 4 up saves now. This is the thing, because he jinxed me. Only 1 needs, it's 2 wounds, it's 2 damage each.
Yeah, so 1 will do it.
That's it.
That will be it.
Yeah, 1 will do it because it doesn't matter if he uses a reroll. So that does kill him. That's killing my Warlord. Doesn't really matter in this because he doesn't get any extra for killing my Warlord, but it will be a character. In fact, he's already maxed out on characters, so it makes no difference. But unfortunately, that is a very immoral victory for the Eldar. They've stripped away Araman, the Great Sorcerer, and their library is safe for another day. What's next? You know what you're doing?
No.
Okay, so next up, pretty much it looks like everything is going to go into these Brimstone Horrors and try and strip them off the objective. So it's a smart move. It will.
I failed my guide this time though.
You did fail your guide.
Makes a lot of difference.
But I only have a 6-up save. That should make a huge difference. I don't have loads of guys there.
I'm now hitting on 4s.
You are hitting on 4s, no rerolls.
16, so it's only going to be probably 8 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Not going to be greedy. They're not doomed, so it's just 2s. And there's 2 1s in there, so that's going to be 7.
Okay, so let's just take these. It's worked for me in the past. Here we go. So some 6s. We get 1.
That's 6 go.
That's 6 dead. Yeah.
Is
Okay, so now the Farseers are going to lend their support. They're going to try and put some damage onto the...
They're only going to be in range of the pink horrors.
Okay, so they're going to go into the prims.
Those are 2s. Just 2.
Just 2.
And these will be 3s.
Yeah.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Pinkies.
Okay. 2 pinks go down. 6s. Nope, so 2 pinks go down. Okay. So what's up next?
The fire prism.
Last fire prism, last bit of shooting.
Going to do the dispersed. I believe it's the one with the D6 shots. So 2 D6 shots. 8 is
Good.
fine.
It's consistent.
Yeah. And then again, like last time, we might as well just do the shuriken cannon. Let's take that to 7. 9 plus an extra. No, there we go. That'll be 11.
Okay.
So we are looking at 3s. No, it's not terrible at all.
That's pretty good.
And then 6s, 2s rather.
2s, yeah. 6s for me.
8. Oh, the 1 train is on time. 6s, that's alright.
Okay. 6s. Get 1. It's 5 more go down. Okay, which will be 11 in all.
So I'm charging these horrors in a last ditch attempt, just to really try and tie them up in combat. I think the taking that overwatch from 8 of them is potentially worth taking the full brunt of their shooting next turn. Here we go. Looking at 6s, that's 2 hits.
Okay.
And it's going to be 5, no 3 4s. Well,
Not that.
Not that. But this was the gamble, because unless I roll a 6 or higher, you can get those dirty dice away from me. Unless I roll a 6 or higher, it's all for nothing. But I do, in fact, get 11. So let's start moving those in. So just my 2 attacks with the 2 that are in combat. Actually, he'll be within 2 inches of the one who's within an inch. So it'll be 3 attacks. Hit my 3s. They'll hit.
Yeah.
And I'll be wounding you. I think I'll be strength 3, so wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 4 up. 1 dead.
And 6 up. No, 1 dead. Okay, I'm going to pile him.
You can hit me.
So I'll move all this big long train in a bit, but basically we've got 5 guys in there? 6,
yeah,
sorry.
5
guys
attacks. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s.
Here we go. Okay,
3 hits.
so 3 hits, and now 5s. 1 wound.
I'm 3 up. He's alright.
It's okay, cool. With that, that's the end of your...
That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
But there is morale to take, so...
so you can just take them and auto pass them for me, please.
Auto pass the pinks.
No, pinks aren't going to take. You need to take 1.
Well, they've lost 3.
Oh. Okay, so I lost 3 pinks. So we'll see. Ha ha ha! D6 back.
Unbelievable.
Ha ha ha! Thanks very much. So we'll put them back. I'm going to auto pass, so I will be down to my final command point, but I think it's worthwhile. And then we'll go into my turn. Going into the Thousand Sons turn 4, just to give you a quick recap, we're currently scores are on 16-15 to me for the Thousand Sons, so very, very close. So all to play for as we go into this 4th turn. Okay, so end of movement summary, not a lot basically. We've brought the Herald down here. Just in case I miss, I need to make sure I can try and go in and combat and try and do some work there. My Prince up this end has dived across. I'm going to hopefully get my walk time again and try and charge into his Hornet. I've got the other Herald who's on that objective, but also has got range to smite his Hornet as well. The Horrors have come out of combat and just clustering around that objective, and the Demon Prince has jumped over the top. The Brimstone Horrors are trying to grab as much cover as they can over this corner, and that is more or less it. So we're going to shoot straight into the Psychic phase, and this will be quite crucial. And we're going to start off over here with the Herald. He is going to try and smite the remaining jet bike, who had been a bit of a hero.
This is big. And he's more than got it, and he's only got 1 wound left, so he's dead.
It's done, yeah, nothing to do. That is quite huge, because that will mean
that's going to stop me getting a point each turn.
Getting his final recon point, which is important, and also means he can't try and clean off any objectives that side. Right, okay, so going on, we're now going to use warp time on the Demon Prince. And we get it off. There's no one in range to stop him, so he will then basically just jump right close to the Hornet. So we'll just move him now. Quickly grab.
Psychic test is back on track.
Yeah.
For the Zinch boys.
So we're going to move him to there, and now he will diabolical strength himself, which he gets off.
Look at these.
And now we're going to go over to this one here, and he is going to smite. So I'm going to smite obviously these guys in front of him. Yeah, we'll get it off.
Ooh,
that is
2 dead.
2 dead. We'll take that, and then he's going to try and grow himself a wound back. Which he does. Oh, you can, to be fair.
I should be denying all this.
Do you want to try and deny that last one?
I definitely do. So all these fast rollings against poor, defenceless, tired Fabius. So what did you get on the last one?
You need a 9.
I would need a 9.
Yeah.
So this is obviously going to be on the good Farseer. So that's a 5. I'm going to re-roll his 1 for the turn.
No.
No, 6. And then the next one you got.
So you need 10.
A 10 for the next one.
No, you're trying to re-roll for the other pass here.
It's a 9, almost.
No, so D3 wounds growing back. 2 more wounds. So he's up to 6 wounds now.
Yep, looks like it.
Not too shabby. And then the last thing I have to do is the Herald on the disc that's down here. I'm going to smite into the Hornet. So I want to +1 for this. Yep. So I get it off. D3, and that's 3.
Right back on form.
Okay, so that's pretty good for me. And with that, that will be the end of the. So actually, no, I can do my horrors, can't I? And I have my. I have loads more. Right. Okay. So let's do a baby smite. On actually, can I get it up on the baby smite now? No, I can't.
No.
I can't. But I will try and do it on the.
Changeling.
On the changeling.
Baby smite.
Not baby smite for the changeling.
No, regular smite.
Regular smite. Yeah.
On the Hornet then.
Yeah.
It's coming off.
So get it off. Just the 1.
On old Hornetto. Right, that is the end.
That is the end of psychic phase, yeah. Okay, so starting off with a warp bolter from this guy here, he's going to go into those 2 jet bikes, see if I can finish them off. Ooh, rerolling 1s. Both hit. And now looking for 4s. No, nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. And then the next one's going to go into the Hornet. 2 hits. No wounds. And that will be the end of the shooting phase.
So this Demon Prince is obviously trying to assault everything.
So I'm going to sort this, apart from his his tank,
everything apart from
these,
the tank. It's a character, can heroically intervene, I wish. Alright, 6s on those scatterbikes. There's 1 hit. I'm going to need 4 to wound. There's 1 wound.
4 up. No, there's a wound.
6 wound.
Back down to 5.
Now it's going to be the shuriken catapults
go for it.
on both those jet bikes. There's 1 hit.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 to wound. Nope. Singing spear. Hits.
Ooh.
2 to wound. Does a wound.
3 up.
Yeah.
This one. And I'm going to try and charge you. Yep, that's what I wanted.
Overwatching the Demon Prince with this Hornet. No.
So I'm definitely in. Yeah, he goes crashing in. And so we go straight into the assault. And so I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to try and see if I can finish off his Warlord and go into the other Farseer as well. It's probably a little bit ambitious, but we're going to see what we can do. So I get 7 attacks in all. Now I'm going to divide these out. I definitely want to make sure that that Warlord dies. So I'm going to put 4 attacks into the Warlord. And I'm going to put 3 into the other attack, into the other guy. So we'll start off with a Warlord.
2s, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Followed by 3s.
Yeah, still 3s, yeah. Okay, and no, I'm gonna allow it. So it's just 3 saves.
And 4-ups can be crazy things.
4-ups can be crazy things.
I say, so you feel like a dramatic roll. Every single time we do a dramatic roll, it's so undramatic. But maybe we'll capture it on camera. The rare beast.
I hate it when people do this. Don't you hate it?
There you go. Never do that. He's off.
Okay, so down goes the warlord, and now we're going to try and kill off his buddy. All hit. And 2 wounds.
Obviously, not dramatic rolling.
Can't die.
1 takes 2 wounds.
Yeah, so not too bad. We'll go fly straight over here, and the other Demon Prince, he has got diabolic strength, so I will be looking at an additional attack, taking up to 8 attacks. Hoping I can shred this thing. Should be able to.
2s and 3s.
Rerolling 1s. And now looking for 3s. Ugh, again, not the best. Dropped 3, but still, that's 5 minus 2. So, yeah. What you got? 6 ups? 5 ups?
5 ups now.
2 damage each. I think it's probably enough. So that'd be 6, 7,
so
8.
4 goes in, does 8.
Yeah,
and that's definitely.
Yeah, does it explode?
Up? Get the filthy dice away from me. No.
It doesn't explode, down it goes. And with that...
I'll fight back with my Farseer.
You're going to fight back with Farseer? Yeah, go for it.
He has got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. They both hit, always wounding on 2s. 2 wounds, no AP, but they do D3 damage each.
8 saves. And with that... So, a movement summary, and it's last gasp attempt for Chris, isn't it, Chris? What are you doing?
I'm just going to save some honour here and try and at least get some points back. Yeah, the Ace is a long way ahead on points now, and I've already maxed out on Headhunter, so it becomes a bit less fruitful even killing big things, but we can maybe try and take some objectives off him and do some fun stuff. So, we have gone for the recon, so at least get my points. We've got 2 in his deployment zone, so at least get that.
Yeah.
So at least I'll get my secondary,
yeah.
And let's try and kill some stuff.
Okay.
So, going into the psychic phase, we're going to start off doing Jinx with a Hemlock, and we might as well do it on those Brimstone Horrors.
Oh, nice.
So that is off.
That was 6.
It is Perils. It's not going to be enough to kill the Hemlock, but never mind. There's another 1 wound on him.
Well, I can't get rid of it.
Right.
So they will now be in trouble. Yeah.
Then we've got this Farseer. He is the offensive one, so he will do a Mind War on those. No, I'm going to Mind War those Brimstone Horrors.
Nice.
That's Mind Ward.
I might as well try and get rid of it with a Demon Prince. Might as well. Need 11. No.
So, my leadership. We roll a dice each.
Yeah.
I get 6, you get 4. I'm already 2 higher than you, being a 9, you're a 7, so that's 4 mortal wounds.
Brutal. So that would be 4 Brimstone Horrors down. Okay.
And now I am going to also smite.
Nice.
The Brimstone Horrors.
Yeah.
With the Farseer. That is 6.
I will try again his second deny. Actually, no, do they only get 1 deny? Don't even know. We'll leave it. Go on. Let's save the better things.
D3. 3.
Okay. Fortunately, that'll almost certainly be that unit dead.
Well, we've run out of.
Yeah.
So they are running for sure.
Yeah, because I only got 1. I need 2 to make them guarantee.
Indeedy.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move on to the Fire Prism. He's obviously moved half distance. He's going to do the normal dispersed.
So that's in the
medium level. That's yeah. Obviously, and a psychic straight into shooting stuff. So 2d3 shots on the Prince. That is 4 shots.
Not bad.
And that is going to be 3 to hit. That is 3 hits, and that is going to be 3 to wound. Just 1 wound, unfortunately, at -3ish.
4 up in bomb.
Which you got?
Makes it.
And I'll do the shuriken cannon at him as well. So I said everything going into him. They will hit, and these times 6, so these are 4 to wound. There's 2 more wounds, no rend.
3 ups. Makes them both.
And now I might as well do these jet bikes into is the horrors.
Yep.
So they have not moved. Hitting on 3s. Ooh.
Good stuff.
4 hits there, and I'm wounding on 2s as per usual. There's 4 wounds there.
Okay, 4 ups.
Just 1.
6 up. Yeah, 1 goes down.
1. Then we'll do the dispersed shots again on the horrors from the Falcon. 2d6 shots. That's
Prism.
10. That is alright, isn't it? 4, 6,
very good.
8, and 10. 1 more will do it.
Okay.
So we're looking at 3s and 2s. Ooh.
Not the greatest.
Didn't want me to go out in a blaze of glory. 2s. And some 1s there. So there's 3 saves, 3 4-ups.
Oh,
3
drop some more. Well, 6 ups. Yep, 3 more, so it's 4 in all.
And then the final thing to shoot with is going to be that Falcon. And he's going to have a go at that Demon Prince. He moved.
Oh, the Hornet.
The Hornet, sorry. Yeah. The Hornet. So that is going to be 4s hit. 1 hit. 3s. And he's wounded.
Oh, he has wounded for a change.
That's 4 ups. Hey.
Seems like a good time to use my last reroll.
Probably. Yeah.
Makes it.
There we go. The final shooting is going to be from the Farseer.
Yeah.
He shoots his shuriken catapults. I mean, they're running away.
They're running away.
So
doesn't even need to.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. So what we'll do, guys, we'll quickly total up all the points. This is obviously the end of turn 4, but we're just going to work out whether there is any probability of Chris being able to do anything, and then we'll come back to you after we've found the scores. So after the dust settles on this Nurgle world, it was the scores on the doors ended at 26 to 21 to the Thousand Sons. They've just scratched through with a victory. It was a hard game. Brutal, not much left from both armies, but in the end just managed to kind of pull off the points by holding the objectives. That's what's kind of won it for me, but yeah, brutal, and we'll come back with a quick little recap for you. So we're back, and that was another tiring, brutal game.
It was a great game.
A little bit more competitive than last time, but still we're only kind of working up to
well, we're both still getting to know the armies a little bit.
Still creeping close to that filth level, but but yeah, it was a load of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. I mean, I don't really know. We're just kind of discussing where it kind of went wrong, or what kind of happened. What do you think was a kind of turning point?
Yeah, there's a couple. It was up and down in terms of some of the dice. So you got some big rolls, like getting the warp times off. You got off a lot of psychic powers when you needed them. Yeah. Took you a long time to start failing them, so put in a lot of damage early. Getting the first turn was big, because you was allowed to get me on the back foot. I wouldn't say that was the turning point, but I think if I had to say one thing, it was that actually counting at the end, you only had 12 of those pink horrors left. Yeah. And that was after rolling 1s and getting, I think, 6 back.
I did, yeah.
So they easily could have gone away with a unit a turn or 2 earlier, and then once that was the case, I'd be actually shooting valuable things with all of my units rather than just wasting 5 prism shots. So that could have been a lot of difference, and I could have hurt the Demon Princes. So I think that was it. I think
I rode my luck a little bit. I would say we quite often look at it across the game, and I think the last couple of games we've had probably about 50-50. I think this one I was a little bit more lucky than you, and I think that made a difference ultimately. That first turn I think was huge, because it just meant that I backed you off in that corner. So it was like only, and I managed to kind of really start to hurt the Rangers, so they couldn't really do anything. Took them out of all their decent positions. Also a little bit of a mismatch, because it didn't really benefit
that's
army.
a very good point.
I think against a shooting army, potentially we'll play
almost every army will have more shooting than that.
Yeah, I mean we'll play it maybe again with my Tau. It's a very optimised shooting army, but with a standard baseline of hitting on 4s, and that'll probably be quite an interesting game. So maybe we'll try that another time for you. And if you kind of want to know kind of what you want to see playing the new Elder on the army on the channel, then let us know in the comments. But if you're still watching now, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.
Very much.